Let's talk about this guy, the black hat. First of all, I like the choice in hat color.
Thank you for the homage.
Yeah,
Appreciate
you're welcome. Truth is, I always wear it, but specifically today. Where did this character come from? How much did you take from the comics?
Well, I mean, speaking of that hat, the hat directly comes from the comics. The comics were really a starting point, a template, and I think that the writers and Scott Stewart really kind of, pushed the envelope and developed it into something that was a far more expansive story than the comics.
What is more difficult for you as an actor, taking on a character like this and recreating it, bringing it to life in film, or taking something from J.R.R. Tolkien?
Well, the job's the same, and I approach, you approach different characters in different ways, but fundamentally, it's the same process, and that you have to explore and discover and find out everything you can, and doors that you go through, things like how the character walks or talks. A certain amount of it's informed by how he looks. The makeup department will have something to do with that, wardrobe. So there's kind of a team effort that goes on into creating characters.
I love the scene. I'm not giving anything away. You guys have a fun scene on the train. Yeah, which is just amazing. How much went into that? That is an awesome scene, by the way.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, that was. I'm not taking credit for it. I'm only a small part of it, but it was. We I think we trained for about 4 or 5 weeks to get the choreography down, and we had a really awesome stunt team who looked after us, and no one really got too badly hurt. So. And
What's the worst you got?
I'm stoked the way it turned out. I didn't get hurt, but Paul Bettany got his fingers crushed.
Ow.
Yeah.
See, you're pushing him too hard. Is the problem.
There you go. It was pushed too hard.
No, I also have to say that I love this character because he kind of feels like a great villain for you. He kind of has this kind of Clint Eastwood thing going on, which was kind of cool. Was that ever an influence, or was that am I just seeing that?
Well, I think it's, in some ways, you're going to think of Eastwood and the classic Sergio Leone films because I'm wearing that hat and a duster, and have boots and all that sort of stuff. So, I think there's sort of visually it touches on a pretty iconic nerve.
Yes. Your career is going hardcore into the action with Dread coming up. How is that? How has Lord of the Rings prepared you for this kind of action hero, whether it's being the baddie in this or taking on Judge Dredd?
Well, I don't. It's interesting you should say. I mean, I don't really consciously, haven't really set out to conquer the action genre, and feel that. I try and diversify the roles that I take as much as possible, and I feel pretty blessed that we're about to do another Star Trek. And it's great to play Bones in that, and he's clearly not a man of action, and so it's good to mix it up.
When did you start Star Trek?
That starts, I think, maybe between September and November, I think.